What exactly is the point of setting clear goals for your construction business? You've probably heard many entrepreneurial gurus talking about goal setting and how important that is, and New Year's resolutions and business goals and all these things. But setting clear goals just for the sake of doing it isn't going to actually get you anywhere. So in this video, I'm going to break down the crucial aspects of setting clear goals so you can have an extremely successful construction business, because it really is a crucial part. And let's break down how to actually do it so it makes sense for you. And if you have no idea who I am, my name is Jesse Lane. I started a construction business when I was about 22 years old. It's called J Lane Construction. And goal setting was a really big part of my journey as a contractor, right? Just as simple as one thing, the company budget, the company goals, right? Like not just what are our goals for the year and stuff like that. And literally just setting monthly goals for revenue coming in, cost of goods sold, overhead goals, right? How much overhead expense do you want to have, right? And how does that relate to the revenue you're bringing? So goal setting is really important, and then being able to track those goals is equally as important. So let's talk about vague aspirations versus actual goals. Honestly, this could be the deciding factor between wishful thinking and real construction business success. Aspirations, like I want my business to grow, it shows ambition, but without specifics, right? So these aspirations, they're great, but they lack direction and they don't give you a clear path forward. Actionable goals, on the other hand, with numbers and time frames, that's how you turn ambition into a plan, right? So for example, saying I want to increase revenue by 20% within a year, that gives you a clear target to actually aim for, right? It's clear, it's attainable, it's measurable, and everything like that. You know exactly what success looks like if you meet or beat this goal, and you know what you need to achieve it. So from there, you can work backwards to figure out what exactly this goal requires, and you can break down your goals into smaller, more manageable steps. So for example, to increase revenue by 20%, do you need to increase your customer base? Do you need to raise your prices? Do you need a bigger team? Do you need new systems? Do you need to invest in structure software? Obviously, structure.com if you want to check that out. So a construction business with vague aspirations, like we want to grow, they operate in a way that feels scattered and reactive, right? Like they're just going to be running in circles. Because without clear goals, the team is not going to prioritize tasks the right way. They're going to prioritize tasks based off of comfort or personal preference rather than the importance of attaining the goal. And actually, they probably don't even know what's important and what's not, right? Because there's no clear goal. And decision-making becomes inconsistent because there's no clear direction, and resources, time, money, manpower are often wasted on stuff that doesn't even really contribute to the growth or towards that goal. So in contrast, a business with clear goals operates with intention and focus. The business with vague aspirations spins its wheels without real progress, while the one with clear goals moves forward steadily and they make purposeful strides towards success. By the way, if you're liking this video, click that little thumbs up button down there and leave a comment. Let's talk in the comments. Let me know if you're enjoying my channel. So for the next part of this, I want you to start thinking about your goals as filters for your decisions, right? I want to say that again. Think of your goals as filters for the decisions that you make, right? You can quickly determine whether a task or a project or an idea or an investment or whatever it is going to get you closer or further from that goal. If it's going to get you closer to the goal, great, do it, because those are your goals. You should do those activities. Or that could just be a major distraction. Anything that doesn't actually support that goal becomes secondary, right? And it should essentially get taken off the table altogether. This type of clarity really helps you focus on what actually matters in your construction business instead of spreading yourself too thin across all these different things that doesn't really get you where you need to be. Because honestly, there are many construction businesses that work super hard and they look super busy, but they don't really make a lot of progress in terms of growth or actual net profit, because that's why we're here. We're here for net profit, which provides the freedom in your life. And the next part of this is that having clear goals doesn't just benefit you as a leader, it also helps your team. It creates a sense of alignment and purpose and helps you build such a better culture with a mindset of like, let's achieve this together, right? Everyone's more likely to share ideas and support each other and collaborate towards this shared goal. This creates a ton of positive momentum so that people will hold each other accountable without you having to. So it's not just accountability. That does make people more productive, but it's also the fact that everyone now has a clear understanding of their roles in the bigger picture. They can now see how their tasks contribute to the overall company goals. So they understand, for example, like sales guy, if I don't make X amount of phone calls today, then we won't have enough leads, which might lead to us not achieving our revenue goal. So you can see how everyone's micro goals correlate to the macro goal of the business, because it's big goal, bunch of micro goals, and everyone working towards the shared purpose. Now, from a psychological perspective, seeing your progress tangibly can be incredibly motivating and rewarding. It's like gamification, right? It's like you're playing a game, you're seeing boom, green, 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 we're crushing our goals. Because every time you hit that milestone, that checkpoint, your brain releases dopamine. It makes you feel good and it pushes you to keep going, right? And the same thing with your team. And even small wins can give you the boost that you need to stay on track, because you can literally see the results of your efforts. This is how you create incredible momentum and confidence for everyone in your company. So tracking your goals isn't just motivating, it's the thing that separates businesses that stay stuck from those that actually scale. You need a way to measure progress, hold your team accountable, and make sure every person is contributing towards the bigger picture, which is exactly why I built the scorecards feature and structure, because you can set clear, very measurable goals, whether it's a dollar goal or a number goal or whatever type of goal. You can set these up in a chart within structure for your employees, and they can track their progress right there in one place. So you as the business owner, you're not just hoping and praying that things get done the right way and people hit their goals and not even knowing where they are, or keeping random spreadsheets all across everywhere. Put everything in structure and see who's hitting their targets and who's not, and where improvement needs to be made. And I'm even taking this a step further with our company goals feature, which at this point in this recording is coming soon, but where you can actually have an admin area and see the company goals and the company budget and everything like that. So all that is coming very soon, but it's exciting stuff for Structure software, and it might even already be launched by the time you're watching this video. So if you're interested in trying Structure software for free, just go to structure.com and try it for free. In business, there are so many things that will pay off big in the long run, but don't get you visible results overnight. Like building a social media presence, for example, right? It's not going to skyrocket your business tomorrow. You're not going to gain a ton of followers overnight. It's not like you're going to have tons of clients reaching out to you in the first month. But if you stick with it consistently for a year, it can completely transform your business. It's hard, for example, to stick with creating content for social media with the vague idea of posting content. But when you break it down to, I'm going to create X amount of pieces of content within this quarter, it's going to feel like a win every time you post something, even though that post might not necessarily immediately impact your business, right? But when you set up a goal like that, that way you're going to be able to just trust the process and stick with it instead of giving up early, because you know that this goal actually has a long-term impact of your business. You know what this goal is doing, and you have a tangible number to set. Delaying gratification and thinking long-term are two of the most critical skills a CEO or entrepreneur can develop. Now, your ultimate goal, your vision and your purpose. Let's say you've set all your goals, you've broken them down into measurable steps, and you have all the systems to track your progress. And let's say the big goal is to grow revenue by 20% this year. Great. Now let me ask you a question. Why? Your vision and your purpose is probably the number one thing that makes your goals even make sense in the first place, right? Because all these goals need to not just be goals down here, they need to be for that bigger purpose up top. So it's not just a bunch of goals down here. What is the big overarching goal, right? We talked about revenue goals and sales goals and social media goals and phone calls and stuff like that. But business really is more than just making money, right? The money is a tool, and your business is a vehicle that allows you to leave your mark on the world and truly have an impact. Money and materialistic things are great. I'm not against the nice cars and the nice things and the convenience that money can provide. But let me tell you a secret. When you're focused on something bigger than money, you're actually going to make even more money in the process without caring about it that much. Because if money is the ultimate thing that drives you, you're going to eventually hit a point where you feel totally unsatisfied and you're going to become stagnant in your life. You're going to get to the end of the rainbow for the pot of gold, and it's really not about that. You bought a nice car, you bought a nice big house. And so what? Is that boat really going to make you feel fulfilled? It's about the joy of the journey. It's about the people. It's about the love. When you're driven by a true purpose, a mission in your heart about what you do, it's going to take you way further than money as a motivator ever could. But money will be a natural byproduct of you accomplishing all these goals, right? It's a business, you know? It's gonna flow to you naturally as a direct result of the impact you're making instead of being something you're just constantly chasing. But now your mission, your ultimate goal, your ultimate overarching goal becomes your North Star, right? So the process of growing a business, there's gonna be countless challenges and obstacles. And without a bigger vision, it's easy to get stuck in the short-term reactive decision-making, even over minor setbacks. But when you know the path that you're on and you have a strong why behind everything, then these obstacles start to look a whole lot smaller and you're gonna be able to move seamlessly through this process. It's gonna be challenging, but you're gonna be always reminded of that overarching goal. So if you're still watching this video, thanks so much for being here. And I'm excited for your ultimate vision. I believe in you. This is an amazing journey that you're on, growing a construction business as a general contractor. And if you want more of my help, just check out jesselane.com. My team and I would love to assist you on your journey towards your North Star, build your culture the right way, build your SOPs, build everything that you need, help you hire A players and actually recruit and train them and manage them and lead them and become a true CEO, even a founder if you really want to do what I've done. But even just being a great CEO that isn't massively stressed out. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being here.